something new and something that is going to trigger the emotion of people.
Sometimes it could be phenomenal. Sometimes it would smell like a baby puked in it.
That pay more money for something that maybe is good one day.
Bring me the Coke and the hookers.
Now you have educated drinkers. You're like, you got to hit the ground running with something great. And
I finished my second bottle. I felt like a Terminator. I don't know. I thought like, okay, this is the adult life.
the market is pretty damn saturated all over the world.
Dias saved my life, actually. I almost bleed to death. Hello, everyone. I'm very excited for this new episode of Asia on Tap. My name is Lydia Kuzmina, and I'm your host. And today I have an amazing guest, and I'm very excited to have a conversation about mass-produced beers, especially that brewed and made in Asia, that everyone love, and a lot of people. It's brewed here, so everyone drinks that. And we want to discuss about it. And my guests are. All of them work in craft beer industry, so we have a different perspective on what's going on and how we can achieve the same success. So I'm very happy to introduce my guest, visiting Hong Kong from Manchester, Paul Jones, founder of Cloudwater Brewing Company, a very recognized brewery in UK and Europe. Next, we have Scott Powrie, co-founder of Double Haven and Dragon Water. He was pushing craft beer here for many, many years and keep doing that. And finally, we have Dias Zhumashev. He's a former Carbon Brewery head brewer. And now he's brewing some awesome stuff with Starbucks. So that's very interesting. He's have amazing palate, and well, all of you guys do. So I'm very happy to have you. Thank you for making it happen. We filming in this beautiful studio, very professional. I am very excited about this. I would like to say huge thanks to Bonnie and Sean for giving us a chance to film all this. All right, first question will be, what makes Asia mass-produced lagers so dominant across the region?
Well, for me, it's Japanese quality. In Europe, we think of Japanese manufacturing as being extremely focused on quality. So whilst we may have had criticisms about some mass-produced products in the UK, some from elsewhere in Europe, and certainly some from the States over the years, honestly, when I think of mass-produced beer in Asia, I think about Japanese quality setting the standard. And so, yeah, I kind of, I feel as though that's the standard bearer. And then you've got everything else that happens around that.
That's not. I was gonna say the same. It's one of those things where the consistency, and they've been around for so long. And you said Japanese. I was just gonna say anybody who's been in the game for a long time has had to maintain quality, otherwise they wouldn't have been able to sustain. But it's almost like it becomes something where whether it's right or wrong, it's the flavor you associate with all these different emotions.
Honestly, I believe that I'm less educated on the topic about the mass product, Asian mass product. Is it like real that Asian mass product beer, like for the macro lagers, macro brewery, is superior to European one? Because I thought the standards and the bar should be like a high for like X, Y, Z reasons everywhere.
Yeah, I think we have really excellent, very large breweries in Europe. So, for example, if I think about Germany as a brewing country, if I think about Czech Republic as a brewing country, definitely I can think about really, really high quality beer that's made in millions of hectoliters. But we're not talking hundreds of millions of hectoliters like some of the very, very large breweries over here. So I would say that the quality standard in Europe by those very large, but maybe not massive. It's difficult to find the right terminology here, but I would say that the quality is higher than what you would on average find from a mass market produced beer here. But probably that's also because it's fresher and maybe it's not traveling such great distances and it's potentially not pasteurized in the same way. So there might be other factors.
I see. Yeah. So we're talking about our perspective for being here in Hong Kong and consuming the macro beers. Okay, I do agree with that point of view. Because when I just started my craft beer career back in France, like South part in France, I had my first head brewer was actually also Irish guy, Sean O'Neill, and he was telling me, he was teaching me and saying that the most perfect beer in his opinion was Heineken. It was the perfect from the technological point of view, for the same exactly reason, for the consistency and the Heineken that you try somewhere in Amsterdam, somewhere in Sao Paulo,
Yeah.
or I don't know, in Almaty in Kazakhstan should taste the same. So that's the quality. But I never thought about like European versus Asian market, like macro lagers. So
But
that's
that's also
interesting.
interesting topic because I know for in fact that a lot of those breweries and beers made in Asia or in China, especially like Carlsberg or Heineken itself too, right?
Yeah.
Am I correct? So
Oh, yeah.
sort of a traveling thing, it can be not as distinct, or I don't know. It depends on, let's say, Coca-Cola. We have different Coca-Colas everywhere too, right? So it's maybe they do adjust on palate of the people. Let's say Asian people does not want to have anything strong, have like a very heavy body of a beer. So maybe that's
It's not only depends on the organoleptic quality or preference of the people, but also on the regulatory. For instance, the tolerant level of sugar level in France is different from the Germany, so you don't have to go like across the transatlantic distance. It has to be like one border. The tastes are already different. So Coca-Cola and like a non-alcoholic beverages is a little bit like a different topic. For the beer, though, I think plus minus same should be. I'm not sure though.
I'm not either. I don't know if they adjust recipes accordingly. Like I think Budweiser is Budweiser, but I can't be. That's a good question. That's a good point. They may adjust it for the palates, just like M&Ms and Snickers bars. Who knows?
I mean, sorry. Regardless of being like more on the alcohol side, I cannot like confirm you for 100% that the beer has to be the same. But for the like Snickers bars, M&Ms, Nutella, Coca-Cola in a different countries should taste absolutely different because of the like regulatory things.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
The
every single
level of the
country will
fats,
probably
of the
have different
sugars, exactly.
standards for things. Yeah. Oh, that's a good call.
beer is different.
Yeah, I think one thing that really stands out for me, especially visiting, is just how prevalent beer is around food. In Europe, it's very common to find beer in a lot of different restaurant settings, but wine probably takes center stage in most dining environments. Whereas I feel like beer's in charge in most of the experiences that I've had. Sure, you can upgrade to something stronger like a fortified wine or spirits, but in so many settings, you know, it's beer that's the sort of diner's choice. I think that's really interesting, and probably that's another part of like setting the tone for why these products become so accepted, so loved in a slightly regional specific way.
Yeah, so many. I agree with you. China was very centered around having big meals around those with the lazy Susie and everything, and everybody would be drinking lots of beer. In fact, that's I guess the one thing that caught me was that normally you're drinking on your own with your own, but in China it's more like "Ganbei," you know, we're drinking together, and it's like a kind of a group thing, which I don't think you could pull off with wine. That might be difficult. But
All right, let's go to the next topic or next question. How does beer culture in Asia differ from Europe or US? I think you can both speak because you studied in France and you kind of
I'm the only
also know
American.
You're American, so you have a American perspective on that.
Yeah, beer culture. Well, I mean, for us, I think from a UK perspective, you know, the pub is the center of our beer culture, and most pubs don't serve food. They're really just places you turn up to drink and hang out with your pals, and maybe occasionally enjoy some music or live music or other entertainment. So in the pub, you know, there's the pint is king in the UK. So I think that's what folk are very much used to doing. We are strictly a non-drink driving country, and I think that really makes a difference on the style of drinking. People take public transport or walk to their nearest pub. You're going to meet your friends. I'm not kidding when I say you stand with one pub's door behind you and you can probably see the next pub that you're going to down the road. You know, if you're in a town or even in a village, that's usually like that. So you might also tour a few pubs in one night, move around a little bit. So I think that culture is very much focused on you go out to drink. If you're lucky, you're going to eat your tea first. But probably sometimes you'll just go out, drink, and hope that at some point food arrives in your mouth and you go to bed without a completely empty, boozy stomach. But I don't know, that it also does happen a little bit like that. So I think culture is very centered on just drinking. It's very social. Pubs are definitely spaces where you can bump into somebody and strike up a conversation and a brand new friendship. And I think that's something that obviously is quite unique to the UK. Drinking spaces here are also quite open, but they're nowhere near as kind of boisterous, jostling, social as I find them back home. Tap rooms seem to be the model for beer-focused spaces. I think what is different is, like I say, in the UK, you might make an arrangement to go meet your pals for a beer, which, if you work in the beer industry, a beer usually means 3 or 4 or 5 or 10. Whereas here, it's really easy to make arrangements to meet your friends for dinner and have beer at dinner, and then maybe go on to a specialist bar after that. I kind of feel like there's some pretty big differences in how beer fits in people's lives and how beer culture is. I like both. I definitely prefer drinking not on an empty stomach.
I think that's good for everyone.
Like Asia definitely suits me a little bit better like that.
Gotta have you be fed first before we drink too much.
Actually, I do have a couple of questions.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting topic. So, since the food is not priority during having your gathering with your friends, etc., do you have like at least some snacks like nuts or pistachio or something like this, or it's not in the default pubs?
Almost all pubs are definitely going to have packet snacks.
Yeah.
And the most common packet snacks are going to be crisps, nuts, maybe pork rinds, pork scratchings. Smells like a pet shop when you open it, but it tastes pretty good. It really does. It's disgusting. Don't smell it. Just eat it. If you go to a pub that's still not a gastro pub serving food, you might occasionally find pickled eggs. So this will just be like a massive jar filled with boiled, peeled eggs in vinegar. You might find sausage rolls. In the Midlands, you find like sandwiches, but they call them baps. They're like bread rolls, ham and cheese, all the typical white people stuff.
Okay.
So occasionally you will find like elevated snacks, maybe like a Scotch egg or something. But it's packet snacks are definitely ubiquitous. Something elevated is like hard to find.
But do you have like not a tradition, maybe by something like a default thing, like you eat at home first, then you go to the pub, or it's like it comes how it comes? Like maybe you after work you didn't have time to grab something. Or...
I think it really depends on who you're hanging out with. Like if you're going back to your neighborhood, and then you're going to go and hang out with your neighborhood pals, just like anywhere else in the world. Yeah, you might be able to squeeze in going home and having something to eat first. But honestly, if you're meeting people straight after work, you're usually going from work to the pub. Okay. And then that's where like, which path are you going to be on? You know, is it like midnight kebab on the way home, or you're reheating something from the freezer when you get in,
grabbing something on the fly?
Yeah, or are you just literally going to drink and hope for the best?
I'm asking this.
It's like Russian roulette.
Because my uncle, he has a tradition with his friends. That's not our tradition. It's nothing cultural, but it was that him and his best friends. So they were like a gathering on Saturday midnight. Oh, sorry, midday.
Yeah.
Like at 12 o'clock in the day. But they made a pact like not to eat any breakfast, nothing, no lunch. So basically empty stomach. So they go to the sauna. To go to the sauna for like an hour or whatever, like 30 minutes of being in a very hot room, and then very hungry, so hot, like dehydrated maybe. They didn't eat anything. So and after that they will smash on 1 pint. So they call it like
Danger.
it goes as to the dry earth.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like it disappeared. But and he was saying that's the quintessence of the pleasure from the beer when you're hungry,
Yeah.
you're like dehydrated, and right after the hot sauna where it's like I don't know 70, 80 degrees Celsius, they're drinking the cold ass beer.
Yeah.
So that was his tradition.
That's like a commercial right there. That'd be like,
Probably.
I'm
So-
definitely looking forward to having a beer with you.
yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah. So that's why I'm asking like about the eating food and drinking, like traditions, culture. So it's
When
interesting.
we were commissioning our brew house, we bought a wonderful piece of kit from Premier Stainless in Escondido, California, and a lovely man called Robert Saltis, the president of the company, came over to help commission. I also think that Rob, he really wanted to make sure it was the first kit that was going into the UK. They had one brewery in Barcelona at that time, so it was very precious, I think, for him. Great that he came over. And I remember we did a really long day commissioning. It was 13th of February 2015. And he said, let's go out for some food and some beer. And I was like, great, which one do you want to do first? And he was like, what do you mean? Like, I have to pick? And I was like, yeah. He was like, why can't we do both? And I was like, well, we can go somewhere that's got like crap beer and like good food, or we can go to somewhere that's got good beer and no food. And that's kind of how Manchester was back then. And, it is different now. You can definitely go. There's a bunch of great beer bars that have good food programs. There's definitely a whole bunch of different gastro pubs that are good to go to, even in the city centre. There's great restaurants that we managed to supply. We're really lucky, and a bunch of other breweries in Manchester also supply. So now you can literally do both. But back then it was like, yeah, you got to pick. Yeah, that's the way it is.
I like your way of doing it. I want to get into that kind of a tradition of doing
that's
something
my
that
uncle. So
formalized.
Have you done that before with him?
well, absolutely not drinking or eating anything like from the moment you wake up. No, I haven't.
I want to try this with all of us. Do that. That'd be awesome.
I didn't have my dinner yet.
Oh.
Me neither.
I'm done with a couple of
We just need to
beers.
find a sauna
I am
now.
pretty thirsty. And well, I don't know, it feels like a sauna outside still for me. I'm ready for winter.
The Earth's just gonna
So
evaporate.
how,
I like
how
that.
America works.
It's funny because I like the pub idea. You guys also bring up the traditional part of it all. And the U.S. has, like, I left, and craft beer at the time was, the epicenter of it was Seattle.
Yeah.
So, and then I came back, and it was actually, since I'm right around the corner from Escondido. San Diego is kind of like my playland, or where I grew up. So that had a huge craft beer scene. But I mean, if you get to the essence of it, we don't have a lot of pubs. We do have a lot of pubs, but the bars, but they don't have the heritage of the UK's pubs. Those are like, some of those have been around for 100 years. I think it is still around. Sporting events are really big.
Yeah.
And then sadly, it would be great if everything was closer together. Everything's so spread out, so you're driving everywhere. But meeting at the beach, bonfires, going into the desert, it's still based around friends and groups of people. And I think we were talking about this earlier. I was with Lydia, and it's like the big difference between, say, the US style, which I think does mirror a little bit of the UK. It's just a little bit younger, or a lot younger. And then also I'm from the West Coast, which I think the East Coast is a little more traditional with how they do things. It's got a little bit more of the brew or the bar scene that's older. And then West Coast, I think it's more around events. You're outdoors and you're doing stuff. That's kind of the draw.
Are we guys talking about specifically craft beer consumption or
no,
just the
no.
beer consumption?
Both. We're gonna jump
The whole
in more
enchilada.
for craft beer market. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Why do you think craft beer right now struggles in Asia and globally?
Well, craft beer possibly could have established a bit more of an ecosystem in many markets that it exists in. I think pre-pandemic times, and this is no one's fault, but I think pre-pandemic times, business was easier, and it was pretty straightforward to concentrate on growing your brand and having fun. When things get serious during the pandemic and other events, like for us with Brexit, for example, you just have to start paying a lot more attention to what's working and what isn't. And I think I personally definitely look back to pre-pandemic times in the UK, and I feel a real deep sadness that we didn't genuinely establish a quality standard, a fully fledged ecosystem, so businesses supporting each other just because they're craft, not because they're craft and agree on 100 out of 100 things.
Yeah.
I think that's, so in a way, maybe our independence was a bit too strong, and we didn't recognize that we actually needed to be a bit more cohesive. I think you can experience lots of different craft scenes, maybe also like Hong Kong, where folk could be closer and they should be closer and they should be working together more and more harmonious, working within a local organization like a small equivalent of a Brewers Association or my equivalent Society of Independent Brewers and Associates. So I think there were some missed opportunities that led to some vulnerabilities. And then, of course, right now, we're in difficult economic circumstances globally, and I think that folk are considering how to get best value out of their social time. And what we used to find back in the UK pre-pandemic was people would either go straight to the pub after work, or maybe they'd go to their local bottle shop and they'd fill up a basket full of all their favorite beers. During the pandemic, I think people drank a little bit too much, so they then reined it back in a little bit. But then also tightening the budget, they would go to the supermarket maybe and buy a 4 or a 6 or an 8 pack of cheaper beer, and then maybe just buy 2 or 3 really nice, flavorful, super intense beers to kick the night off. And then once the palate was dulled a little bit, flip to a different type of beverage. We can see from lots of data, brands like Guinness are doing great numbers. Most of the big multinationals are still in some form of growth in Europe. At least I think this is what their annual reports are showing. So I think people are still drinking a lot of beer, but I think just the way that folk are consuming is changing. I don't know whether that yet means that craft is in trouble. I think that things are changing. So it will be trouble if we don't pay attention to the small details.
That's good that you're saying that. I think in UK perspective is a little bit different because you guys are kind of born with drinking beer.
Yes.
So it's like a little bit different. You guys are really into it, and there's this... And from this standpoint of view, I can see that Asia is a little bit different. So I think you're right. We missed the opportunity to be closer to the customers, to tell them what that is. And instead, I think we had this problem that we thought that we better, and we never showed the quality. Recently, I was at the Shenzhen beer festival. Bionic Brew represented. So yeah, I've met some couple of people that were showing me what they were saying that China right now struggles quite a lot. A lot of breweries opened up before pandemic, and now they are struggling with quality because they want to just push the product as much as they can. So the people who have bars and restaurants, they will buy it. So now I saw the numbers. It was a 20-liter key keg. Cost a 75 RMB.
Huh.
At 20 liters.
20-liter key keg. So it's basically key keg itself costs something, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah, sure.
labor
I think
and
I
then
paid more for
just
a pint
imagine
than-
what is
than that.
inside in there. This is like horrible. So now people who try this and they think it's craft, they be like, this is bullshit. Like now
Yeah,
I'm gonna sitting on the toilet and have a
mean-
diarrhea for the whole night.
Yeah.
I don't want to get like too tense about it, but this I really care about the industry. You know, I'm working in it for 11 years. I've got 45 staff. I've got loads of friends all over the world in the industry. I really, really care about customers having the best time. And I think that maintaining a high quality output, constantly improving quality, because it's, you know, it's not like a threshold that you cross and then that's it.
Yeah.
You're living your life forever in that quality threshold. Customers are going to expect something either more intense or more interesting or more flavorful. So, you know, quality then creeps into all sorts of different ingredient utilizations that you maybe aren't so familiar with. But I think it's absolutely vital that when things get a bit tough, we have to go back to the very basics that got this whole thing going in the first place, which is it's not just different and it's not just more expensive, but it's actually in some way, shape or form tangibly, measurably better and reliably so.
Yeah.
You know, if you take that reliability out of the picture and you just expect people to pay more money for something that maybe is good one day, okay the next, excellent the day after, that's a bit of a gamble. And you're
Yeah.
going to start to get a bit tired of, hey pal, come to the pub and check this beer out. Oh no, it was better yesterday, but
Yeah.
maybe we'll try again next week. Or maybe we'll just get bored of that dance and go to something that's actually reliable.
Yeah, like
So,
Asahi.
you know, it's up to us in craft beer really to hold that benchmark as high as we possibly can. Otherwise, consumers are gonna vote with their wallets for sure.
And Hong Kong has a. I want to actually I'll let you answer that question because I think you have a good take on it. But the Hong Kong has a problem with that, with the heat and with the cold chain problem.
Sure.
It's just so hot. And I'm not going to name any brands, but when things started, it was kind of like, you're lucky to have this because there was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had anything and anything's better than nothing. And now you fast forward, you know, we're almost 10 years into it now here. And now it's like that whole, like, we've had it now you have educated drinkers. You're like, you got to hit the ground running with something great. And there's brands that had amazing beers, and many times you could go to any bar and drink it. It tastes amazing. But like you said, sometimes it could be phenomenal. Sometimes it would smell like a baby puked in it. The other times it would be, again, amazing, but you were kind of like, all right, now it's expensive. Now I'm tired. I just want to know what it's going to taste. I don't want to have to sit there and tell the bartender you didn't clean your lines. I just want to drink something I know it's going to taste like. And so, yeah. And I do think people will vote with their wallets at some point, especially if they know there's like an uncertainty, but they know that Suntory is going to taste like Suntory every single day. Like, they're not going to falter on that one.
I think that's where there's opportunity for craft brands, especially
Yes.
to work together more, help each other out. You know, I think being in a genuine supporting network of professionals within a scene, it's vital so that folk can talk candidly about what's good, what can be improved, local competitions, anything that basically helps to showcase where quality is at and what quality means in that scene. It's super important. You know, I feel really glad to have come into craft beer when I did. You know, I had a lot of time enjoying it as a consumer before working in it. I don't know whether I would be exactly as excited as I was back then if I was trying to navigate all of the offerings that are in the marketplace right now. I think the quality is mostly trending up, but it's the undulations that might prove upsetting for some customers. And yeah, I think we just got to all be very careful not to let any of those undulations get out of control.
I have a
gotta be
little bit
honest.
different thought about this, about the trend, why the craft beer globally is going down. I do believe there are two main reasons, besides that you have already told. Totally agree with that one. But on the top of this, I think number one is becoming too many breweries, too many craft breweries offering plus minus the same thing at the very questionable quality. Someone can be like excellent, like wow, it blew my mind away. I have like some tasted something I've never experienced before. Someone wants to repeat this with the same IPA, let's say, or with the same fruited sour. He failed, like a big time fail. So already there is like a bad experience of the consumers. So and that became too many. In 2015, I was about 16. Sorry, I was about to being graduated from France. So I wanted to work in States. So I was emailing to Jamil Zainashev, so one of the co-authors of the book East. So it's a Chris White and Jamil Zainashev. So both of them. I decided to message him. He used to be the founder of Heretics Brewery. So I'm messaging him. Some part of my personality thought he's going to reply me because we have like a plus minus same geographic place of birth. So I was like, all right, I'm going to be his dude and I'm going to message him. Maybe I'll be his protege in the future. I don't know. I was dreaming quite a lot back in the day. But he was telling me that by 2016, US had already 5,000 breweries.
Yeah.
I knew that France, where I was studying, had 1,500 breweries. I think it was too much. Too many breweries, too many spots, too many options that were offering plus minus the same things. And as a bubble that was like growing and growing and growing. Best example, I arrived to Hong Kong 2019. So yeah, beginning of 2019. One city had 15 brands, 15 different brands from A to Z, like you name it. It had 10 physical breweries. One city doesn't need that much. But everyone was trying to hit these trends. Everyone trying to jump into this hype train to make craft beer is good, it's good, it's good. But the COVID showed that it's fun and games. But when the real talk is going to be, when the one big struggle, one big problem is going, most of the things is going to collapse. That is my first thought. My second thought. Maybe in 2019, 2018, I've seen a picture that was going around the internet. You know, this picture of Darwin evolutions from the monkey to Homo sapiens. So it was as a monkey, it was written like lagers. So next step, it would be pale ales. Next step, IPA. Next step, stouts, sours. And when there is Homo sapiens, like us, it's back lagers. So I thought, connecting my idea number one with idea number two, it was so many breweries with a different type of the quality, from the excellent to the crap. And we did our job. We have educated people that this is going to be like this. There is a huge variety. Barrel aged, not barrel aged, lactobacillus, pediococcus, hops, not hops, yeast driven. They understood everything. They absorbed everything. They tasted everything. And they made their decision, all right, I'm going back to the lagers. I know the drill, and that's why I'm going to go for my Suntory, which is going to taste the same everywhere. So basically all of our ideas combined together. But that thing is, as a trend, craft beer from anyone can make a beer, only left only the best, or only the one who has money left on the scene right now. So that's my.
That's good. Stay tuned. We are gonna do a blind taste challenge. But my question, last question before we do the blind taste challenge, would craft beer get back to life? Would we be? Would it rebound?
You know, there's a couple of features of craft beer that can't be repeated. I mean, I think we can continue to bring new consumers in and people that haven't ever experienced craft beer. We can still do all of those education pieces. I don't know whether I don't know whether my company is always doing as much of that work as it possibly should. So that's a question that I have in the back of my mind. But we can continue to do what we've done already, which is bring people in, show them the variety that exists. But you can only make this big ta-da, craft beer is here kind of once. The US has done that very successfully. and grown, a great many breweries up to the height of 9,000 before the descent starts. In the UK, we get to about 2,000 before maybe we're now winding back in a little bit. So, craft beer is established now. It's a different era. So you can't do the same, it's here, it's exciting, it's new, you've never heard about it stuff. That's already done. But sure, there are probably some parts of some countries where that's still an opportunity, just about, barely. But I think now the question is, what is it going to take for craft beer to become that longer term offering? What does stability in craft beer look like? If it isn't ta-da, it's here, it's brand new, what is the attractive feature about craft beer that's going to keep people in longer term? And I think the good thing that we've got, it doesn't matter where in the world you are, you can probably find breweries that are quite a lot older than some of the craft breweries in your city or in your country or in your region. In the UK, I'm going to look to all of our family breweries. There are a lot of them in Manchester are 200 years old. And I say to myself, they survived world wars, pandemics,
World War, yeah.
Economic crashes. How did they do that? I might not want to make exactly the same type of beer that they do. I might want to make a little bit more of some of the beers that they do, but basically, let's look at the history books, their history books. Find those longer standing businesses. How did they need to evolve in order to meet the needs of people over time? I think craft has really done a great job of being vibrant and being new. But if we don't change the tune, and if we keep only banging the drum of new, by the time we all have some more gray hair, that's going to look really disingenuous. And it's certainly going to feel like maybe we're delusional.
Obsolete or something. I think, coming from someone who went as big as humanly possible right out of the gates just because I thought I had a lay of the land in terms of how it would turn out. I think that the evolution, and again, like you mentioned, it was COVID, and then, Hong Kong just hit a huge demographic shift. And then again, I think the relativity, or not relativity, but the public all of a sudden switched gears to what they wanted. Mm-hmm. And there were less people that wanted to drink beer. Or maybe craft beer is more poignant, because I think beer in general is still drink. But I think the shift that's going to happen, at least that I see, is that craft beer, it's like wine still seems like a dark art to some people because you see it in a bottle, you assert some kind of value to it, but beer is way harder to make than wine. Mm-hmm. Whoever in the wine world hears that is going to cringe, but beer is way harder. It's got more, there's a lot more that can go wrong with it.
There's a lot of fact checking that's going to happen in the comments.
I know.
That's all good. That's what the internet's for.
He's an American. Don't listen to him. But the thing I appreciate that I still do now, and I know it sounds like we do all do the rotation, like lagers and stuff, but I still love stouts. I go out and I have this, I want to try something different sort of vibe. And I like going to brew pubs. And I think the day of the massive systems and those might be done with. Like you said, the market is pretty damn saturated all over the world. I can probably go like Mikkel, go into any place I want to and brew anything in my mind, because everybody's got capacity. But I think brew pubs, where you can assimilate a vibe, and you can, the person can brew something every week that's different, and it's fresh. I think those things are, because every time I go back to the US, or I go back to places where quality is just it's just like a given. There is nobody, you go anywhere and you drink something, it's amazing. It's like the quality is like this high level. So how do you decipher yourself? Yeah. I think reality is the ambiance, the experience with food possibly, but the beer has to be, you can keep making things that we've been making for thousands of years, but as long as it's quality, and I think that might be what lasts this test of time, instead of like the Yinling, where you're like, okay, well, I think he was the first maybe, and that's how we all know what that tastes like, so we're gonna stick with that. Well, that's hard. Guinness they laid the ground before we were even born. But I think that's where I think craft beer is going to be like, that's where it's going to thrive, because nobody's making wine in a couple weeks.
I also have 2 cents. I always call beer as a purely emotional product and not a rational one. So there is a future for the craft beer industry. Maybe not at the product that we are making right now. Something new and something that is going to trigger the emotion of people. That what happened. That why craft beer became so popular, like in no time like this, because we touched the emotion, something that wasn't touched before. The feelings, the weight, some like neuron connection wasn't there. But then once we made it, it's already here. It may become numb. People are not interested in that neuron connection. Just make a new one. And how we can make it is just to adapt to the new reality. People don't drink alcohol nowadays. Okay, fuck it. Let's make something non-alcoholic, but still tasty. You got the machinery, you have your pumps, you have your vessels.
Yeah.
It's a beverage manufacturing facility.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It still can be beer,
Yeah.
it still can be alcohol, but just the sense of adaptation has to be
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I mean, I
And
think
just touch this emotion. again.
excitement is exactly what we try to use to drive our arrival in the marketplace. Like our entire strategy was about making sure that what we made was exciting enough that I could send you some social media message, like a tweet back in the day, and I could say, hey, our beer's on tap. And I wanted my product to be so attractive that you would say, I have to go and try it. And when we felt like we were achieving that, and felt like people were seeing those messages and saying, yeah, I have to go to the pub. We wanted you to have a social experience, by the way. We wanted you to be in the pub, and one of the things that you drank was our beer. But the whole point was get you to the pub, because if you don't go to the pub, you can't buy beer, and then that's where the real transaction's happening, and everything else that's in the pipeline only happens because that's happening fast enough. So, and then when we felt like we were doing that, we kind of raised the stakes. We were like, okay, imagine a scenario where you've gone home, you've told your wife, I'm not going out tonight. Yes, last night was a bit of a big night. I'm tired. You put your slippers on, you get comfortable in front of the TV, then you get a text. And it says, hey, there's this really cool new beer on tap in town. And you're like, oh, shit, I have to go back out. And you
gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you really, so really, I completely agree with you. That excitement, that buzz, for me, I think the thing that I reflect on a lot these days is that buzz was not just like, you get the product, that's your mission. The mission was you go to the social space where there's going to be other like-minded people, and that is really the thing that you buzz about the most. And then when you get there, you all try the beer. 3 of you think it's amazing. 2 of you think, oh, I've had something better. And then you have an argument about it, and then you all drink something else. But you're in that social environment, and that's really what I think. If we can dig in and focus a little bit more on that again. Making sure that the wonderful, easy social environments that beer spaces tend to be, if we can revitalize people's experience in that way, plus keep looking at, we can be good at manufacturing all sorts of other types of beers. We can hybridize, and critically, we're entering a period of time now where we're going to be encountering more and more mysterious products. We're going to be watching films and not knowing just how AI or CGI. We're going to be listening to music and not knowing whether a human being made it
something real
by a craft or they made it by writing a prompt. And I think that this changing environment where there's far more automation coming towards lots of other creative fields, I think this is going to make people crave something that's real and that's been made by a human for a human. And I think craft beer will be a super local product. You can have a brewery in every town. You certainly can't produce wine in every town, for example. I think that'll be a very tangible and real, it's taking agriculture through this tiny little factory and then it's making something exciting for you.
I agree with you. I think that's true.
100%.
For sure. All right. We are done with this period. I guess we're going to go for blind tasting stuff. So we're gonna
Fun
play
part.
this game, which is I think super super exciting.
Looks like a knockout round of beer pong.
So I've chose 4 beers, which is Tsingtao, that's from China, Blue Girl, that's from Hong Kong, Santori from Japan, and San Miguel from Philippines. So I thought it would be interesting for us to try something like that. So I know for sure you guys have had a lot of this beer for sure. So I think you know what it tastes like. So I decided to play a game with you two. So we have number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. So you can grab a cup and then we can all smell and then talk about it, what kind of flavor you can get, which one you think tastes the best. And then at the end, everyone will reveal what he thinks, which number is which beer.
Okay. Is it like this?
This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and 4.
Okay.
So just
Hopefully
grab,
not the same order.
No,
as the
not
cans,
the
'cause
same
this'll
order.
Be easy.
Yeah. I made
Qingdao,
sure
got
it
it.
is not the same order.
Done. He's a genius.
All right, I guess I'll just help you out to pass it on.
Yeah, great.
All right.
There you go. This is number.
Thank you.
Thank you. You just get one for fun.
Yeah. I'm just gonna taste with
Cheers.
you.
Yeah, cheers.
I'll give it
Yeah.
cheers. This is the initial.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
All right.
Amazing podcast.
I'm going to struggle to identify San Miguel without getting to the end because I just don't think I've had it out here. I've had it back home
Oh yeah.
on occasion, but yeah, I think I'm only going to get it when I save a little bit and have them side by side.
I did this once before and failed horribly. There was more of them, but I thought I was with another brewer who will remain nameless. You know him as well. And we both thought we nailed it. We even guessed the same exactly, and we got them all wrong, except for one.
Yeah.
I think you're right. It's not about I know this taste like identically like how it's supposed to be. It's more like in the comparison.
I'm going to be pretty disappointed if I don't at least have a strong idea which one Blue Girl is, because I kind of feel like that should stand out.
That's your home beer. Like,
Yeah.
That's exactly. Plus, it depends on your palate. Maybe you
Yeah.
had like a strong sandwich like an hour ago. Maybe someone smoked the ciggy or chewed the gum. So
I had nothing since breakfast, so I'm,
What's
like
going
my
on
uncle.
with
Your
you?
palate's ready to
Okay,
go.
okay.
I mean, I did have breakfast and I didn't have a sauna, but I've had nothing.
Was it
what
a
we should've
stinky
done.
tofu?
No, it wasn't.
Chodo.
I did walk past part of the seafront in East Kowloon that smelt a bit like the stinky tofu. So
You're like,
I
oh,
was like, oh my
Do you feel like a stout? You're like, I need a stout right now.
Viv was like, what's that smell? I was like, it smells like that fucking stinky tofu that I had. And she was like, I'm never going to try that. I was like, really? She won't have it.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh, yeah. No, my wife is sworn that she's not up for trying that. I'm like, well, that's rare. One Cantonese delicacy that I've had that
She has not.
Yeah.
Well,
see.
I think we all agreed to taste them all.
Yep.
okay,
and
let's
that's
do
it.
that. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then talk about them. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Don't knock it off.
Interesting.
You already taste the difference?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very.
I'm pretty
obvious.
confident about knowing what this one is. But the wild card in here is still the San Miguel. So I kind of feel like I don't want to.
It'll have to be all four, I think, because I know
Okay, let's
what
go.
I think I know how you're gonna wade into the San Miguel is the same way I will. It's got a little bit of a.
Guys, you don't drink San Miguel like on
Oh, you like San Miguel? I know that from experience. But
Honestly, San Miguel would be my not the
Last-
first choice. No.
Last choice.
Maybe like, yes, like a second last
that was
choice.
very politically correct. Yes, I like
Yes.
that.
Interesting. There's lots that's very, very similar about all three beverages in terms of, I mean, carbonation feels very, very consistent between the three. The lightness of the body, the textures feel very, very similar. There are flavor differences.
Yeah.
for sure.
The first one tasted the most, I'd say, malty, and now they seem to be getting lighter and lighter.
Malty as a malty from the grain bill or the maltiness coming from the oxidation. Because for me that was like oxidation factor that makes it more caramelized.
We're not drinking what is it craft beer here, so you have to think about what that could be a purposeful off flavor or something.
Okay, this is pissing me off because I thought I knew what was going on until this last beer, and now I'm totally like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to go right back to the beginning again.
All right.
I drink Blue Girl with hot pot late at night, steamy drunk. Probably same for Qingdao. Suntory I actually haven't had a lot of, and San Miguel almost never. So yeah, I'm gonna give myself like an easy ride here, but I would like to have a pop at guessing which is which.
Sorry, the second row was cup number 2. It was number 3.
The second row was number 2.
Number 2. Okay.
Yeah.
This one's got something. This one's got something funky going on. All right. This one has some kind of, I don't know. What did you get out of this?
Okay, number one's the hoppiest for me.
Yeah.
I think,
was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think number one is pretty hoppy. I think it's more hoppy than the others. Slightly more bitter.
I'd say this one has more, let's say, a grassy smell to it. It has the most, I don't know what that flavor is. It's not malty, but it has some kind of a lingering after flavor, and I can't put my finger on what that is. But this is the most distinguished amongst the 4 in terms of smell.
Which one? What's the
4.
number?
The
Number 4?
The last one we just had.
I would say number 3 was the easiest one to guess. Well, we haven't guessed yet.
Yeah, we haven't. Yeah. Let's
But I think the number 3 is something that I would choose for my spicy food or for my hot pot. I will be just easy drinking like water, not too much malty, not bitter, not hoppy. Just give you siu flavor.
Yeah.
Just to wash out whatever I was eating. Number 4, as you said, as well, I would say the most pleasant in my personal palate.
Yeah.
Something like, oh, that's a good one. Number. Oh shit! No, I changed my mind.
It's the problem with
Dude,
sensory.
You were like 3/4 of the way through,
Yeah.
super confident, and then shut yourself down.
2 and 3 are
Yeah.
pretty hard to. They're pretty
Okay.
close to one another in terms of, like, the first one is at least to me tastes a little bit more malty. The second is a little bit less lighter bodied, and then this third one tastes the lightest.
Yeah.
And then number 4, we're getting into something that has the smell and the after flavor is the most powerful for me, at least.
God, it's a fucking mystery.
So you guys, if you go, let's say 7-Eleven to grab just a beer, what beer, not talking about any of
Yeah.
this, which beer would you choose?
Asahi.
Asahi?
Yeah. Almost always, yeah, for me. Kirin also. But yeah, Asahi.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same. I'm the
Japanese.
same. Give me a high five on that one.
Yeah.
That's awesome because I like
What
the
about
dry.
Sapporo?
Maybe. Yeah, sure. Bit of variety.
I like the Japanese. I just have a lot. I like really, really dry, super, super dry, crispy beer. So I like Japanese style beers just
Yeah.
because.
What about you, Dias?
In Hong Kong,
Yeah.
yes, that would be definitely Japanese lagers, but I have my ranking. Numero uno would be Sapporo. Sapporo.
Oh, how about you? Like Bluetooth high five.
It's because you guys both speak Russian. I think is what that
Sapporo.
comes.
There is no Sapporo in our countries.
Oh.
If you do find Asahi, that's considered as a premium one. It is going to be X3, X4
It
price.
is true, which is weird.
That's fucking like
Yeah.
the cheapest beer that should be, but it's very high price, very high price. And by the time it stores in our like warehouses, it's not fresh either. So numero uno would be Sapporo.
Yep.
Then if I feel sexy, that would be Ibisu. Because I have
You
like,
letting your hair down that night?
no, it's because my very first beer that I tried in Japan when I was for the first time in 2022 with Chris Wong.
Oh yeah.
So we flew together to Tokyo for the Mikhail Beer Festival, and right after we checked in the hotel, he went to the convenience store and he bought me Ibisu.
Oh.
And I remember, oh, first of all, the name is very funny if you translate it into Russian. I mean, if the Japanese name, but if you understand Russian, it's fun. It's like a beer about to fuck.
I knew it had to be something interesting.
Yeah. So Sapporo, Ibisu, and premium malts.
Oh, yeah.
That would be my top 3 choices.
Premium malts is
Sin-
lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
if-
Chris Wong's like staple.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I got influenced. He hired me basically.
Yeah.
He taught me a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But if there is nothing happening in the between these 3, Asahi would be my choice. If we're in Hong Kong, but other countries, if I would be like in Thailand, I would never go for Sapporo. I would go just Chiang Mai
Chong all day.
Chang.
Chang is great beer. I love Chang too.
Well, I'm not going to discount
Chang-
Orient either because I feel like
Chang, but
Orient
it
has
depends.
its place
if
in everyone's
Thailand
life.
Chang, it tastes great. I don't think it tastes great over here.
You know why? Because the drink is emotional and not racial. think about it.
For sure. All right, I have a question for you guys. You have tried all 4 samples. Now, which one would you choose as the best one of all of them?
Number
What
3.
is that? Number 3? Okay. Damn. Well, next time we hang out together, I will call you on that and be like, you said number 3. Go buy number 3.
I would say 2 or 4. 2 or 4.
2 or 4?
2 or 4, yes.
No, you gotta choose one.
1? Okay, I would go for 4.
Really?
4.
4.
Oof.
Yeah, probably number 1 is my favorite. I think 3 I would happily never drink again. Although if you look closely at this video, I'm probably going to finish it off just because it's beer and it's cold and I'm thirsty and I didn't have my lunch. And
This is hitting your dome right away.
Best feeling ever.
Yeah. So
Empty stomach, some beer.
You talked about the water drying up the earth. It made me want to.
Yeah.
That is a beer commercial all day long.
yeah, number 1 I think is my preference. I'm really struggling to identify which one it is.
Okay, which one would you call the worst one? The one that you would never.
Yeah.
3?
For sure.
4?
Yeah, I didn't like number
Wow,
4.
that's interesting. All right, let's just go around and you guys will guess which one is which.
Okay.
Let's do like a beer number 1.
Yeah,
and
let's do
everyone
that.
get-
Yeah. What
give
do you guys think
Okay.
beer number 1 is?
Oh.
Paul, you go first.
Paul finished all his beers.
Me too. I'm like a
Yeah.
little bit left just for the reference.
So you think beer number 1 is the best, right? So
I think it's it's got a nice hoppiness to it. Go back to
I will
2's
agree.
oxidized, so that's
no.
like
We go number 1.
What do you think?
What do you think number 1? You said it's hoppiest of them all, and it's pleasant. I think it's very crispy.
Yeah.
I just drank all mine, but
I think number 1 might be Qingdao.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think also
It's
Qingdao?
Qingdao.
I didn't like number 1 because it felt for me a little bit oxidized, and among all of these 3 beers, I never had a pleasant experience with San Miguel. Not because of the beer itself, but maybe the places where I was poured, and every time there something was off. Not again because of the beer. Maybe the tap system wasn't clean or something, or maybe I got super old beer. So I would say number 1, San Miguel.
Okay. So Qingdao, San Miguel. Okay. I'm not gonna reveal it till the end. Let's go for number 2.
You're gonna have to remember all these things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
do.
gonna be a lot.
I'm
Jesus.
trying.
All right.
Number 2, Suntory.
What about you guys?
I think it's Blue Girl.
Okay. Honestly, shame on me because I had a Suntory right before the podcast. And honestly, I was
Yeah, you guys should know.
when I saw Suntory, I was like,
Should be a cakewalk.
one of the
don't wanna
one of
copy
the- One
him.
of the four, I'm going to guess 100%. No, I don't. I can't. But honestly, I'm pretty sure that Suntory is either 2 or 4. But well, I finished mine. But I think 2 is Tsingtao. And the 4 is Suntory. But let's say 2 is Tsingtao. But this one is like my least sure guess. Yes. So number 2 is Tsingtao. Number 1 is San Miguel.
Okay, let's go for number 3.
Blue Girl.
Blue Girl.
Well, I can't pick Blue Girl because I already went there. So I'll say Suntory.
Okay.
Really? Yeah, man. Yeah, for me, it's just like Blue Girl is. You described it as watery. I think it's the lightest of the big beers that you can buy. If it arrives on the table, it's one of those big bottles that you find late night, comes out to play, and you're like, okay, it basically tastes of very, very little. Super easy.
That is her favorite of all time mass-produced lager beers.
It is the least indulgent.
Yeah.
Did I use this correctly?
Even though it has a princess on the front.
I learned this word
Least
a couple
indulgent.
of weeks. It's not so indulgent.
That is true.
I'm not sure if I'm using it correctly.
You are. You're not indulging in anything.
All right, and the last one is number 4.
I
we're
think
down
yeah.
to our last.
I think just the process of elimination. Shit, am I? No, I'm not. I'm not guessing in the order of the cans. I think I'm elimination leaves me with San Miguel as number 4.
Same as me.
Yeah.
And I said this is Tsingtao, so 4 is Suntory.
Okay. All right, I'm revealing it then. All right, number 1 was Suntory.
Bollocks.
Wow.
You said it's like one of the best ones.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of happy that the Japanese beer comes out on top. 'cause I
It does
do
taste really good when you
typically,
do know exactly what that is, which I was listening to your thoughts on this, and I do think Suntory tastes the most pleasant from
it's
all of them.
Pretty hoppy for sure.
Yeah.
But that, like, so whenever I've had Qingdao, it's been like quite pilsner like, like pretty bitter. But yeah, like okay, cool.
I do agree with you on that one. That's what I thought so too. But right now, tasting it, it has way more lemon in it. It's like way more fruity for some reason.
Okay.
God,
But
I would've
it's
said that was
regular
Qingdao for
regular
sure.
Qingdao. All right, number 2 is a Blue Girl.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Is that what I can't even remember what I ordered.
you
I think
did.
I asked
Yeah.
that.
Okay,
Blue Girl.
like, I will be honest.
you
When
chose.
my first sip of number 2, I was like, it's oxidized cardboard. It's quite light. It's Blue Girl. Like that's my experience of
It
it.
is.
But okay, fine.
It is a Blue
Jeez.
Girl. That's exactly what a Blue
And
Girl
that's the
is.
beer I've had the least, which Lydia would have been like. I think her words were, "Blue Girl, you're my girl."
Terrible.
I love that beer. Well, and then number 3 is Qingdao.
Oh wow!
No way.
Dang.
That's the one that I said I would probably finish anyway.
That was my favorite choice.
It is really good beer. I like it. Yeah.
And I was wrong.
No, that's
It has very lemony kind of flavor to
I
it.
don't believe you.
Yeah.
I have it all
There's
the
only
camera.
one. We're gonna have to
Is
go to
everything recorded?
go to the cameras later and see her when she was pouring it to
action
prove
replay.
this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And number 4 is San Miguel. You can definitely taste San Miguel. It tastes horrible. I don't know. Can I say that? I don't like that beer. It's always my least to choose, and I would never buy it. It's just a very interesting taste.
You have to watch your back with the Filipino
Yeah,
community
for
here.
sure.
Especially in Hong Kong.
Yeah, Hong Kong, done for. Not telling Ferdy.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, she's lucky that Filipinos are pretty much the nicest people on the planet. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
I got lucky.
You haven't had fresh San Miguel. That's why we need to go to the factory
Yeah, exactly.
in Manila
Yeah,
and try
maybe
it.
there's something about this. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure Qingdao and Blue Girl are fresh.
Do you want to know what the
Suntory.
oldest brewery in all of Hong Kong is? San Miguel.
San Miguel, yeah. Oh,
by a
shit.
long shot.
Right. You are totally right. Yes.
Yes.
So that should be the freshest beer.
The beer they make doesn't get sold in Hong Kong.
Holy
Ironically
shit.
enough.
Guys,
I didn't know that.
so it means that three of us specialists in the beer industry, we haven't
50%
guessed any.
chance.
No, they have.
I haven't
You
guessed
have-
any of them. I have zero.
I kind of feel like there'll be people watching that are like very happy that we don't have expertise in this field.
He got all 4, but I got 3.
Zero.
Yeah.
Even my guesses were like totally wrong.
I'm like 70%. Right?
Really?
80%? Well,
Yeah, you got 3
I
right.
got 3 out of
You're
4.
amazing. Okay. I suck then.
Well, I mean,
Well,
let's try
that's
the
the first
craft beer.
time. So yeah, next time I do.
So
beer
I did
tasting
this
again.
with Shreyas, and him and I like did this on our own, and we were like, I would have put my hand on a Bible and sworn to you I was right, and so did he. We got him. I think we got him all wrong.
All
actually,
wrong,
I was
yeah.
like, this is a lie. I'm going back. I want to see you pouring these. I was like, that's. I know what Qingdao tastes like, but no, apparently I do not.
No.
I
no
think
idea.
that was great. I mean, it was just fun game.
I mean, this is 100% correct. This is why me, as someone who likes to play around with the R&D, with the sensory, that's what the beauty of the blind tasting. You think that you know everything. You think that you know your poison, or your hops, or your yeast, whatever. But whenever you have no clue, this is where you like give you all like a personal and honest, non-biased opinion about the XY drink.
For sure. Next time we hang out with you, Dias, I make you drink San Miguel the whole night.
Okay.
You're like,
Because
"Grr."
I like Hong Kong beer. I like Hong Kong and the Filipino community, and San Miguel, call me.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
that's a good one. Wow, that's smart. San Miguel will never call me probably after my words.
No sponsorship for you.
Production manager, 9 years of experience.
Food engineer. Also knows coffee.
All right, I have a question. Craziest or worst macro lager experience that you have in your life?
I even remember this question.
Yeah, craziest. I was at a food and drink award ceremony in Manchester many years ago, and I swear that I had the most perfect bottle of Budweiser ever. And I asked the staff, they came around and they said, "Do you want another drink?" And I was like, if you've got
That Beachwood aging.
the same batch code and the same best before date as this bottle, I'll take another. And honestly, the look that guy gave me was like, "You arsehole." And I don't know whether he went and checked or he just walked out the back and then came. I don't know, but he was like, "Yeah, that was it." So it was very, very fresh, and I don't think that I had tried that beer as fresh before. So yeah, perhaps these beverages that they have to go into some warm storage for some godforsaken amount of time before they eventually reach
Cockroaches,
your glass.
Budweiser, they're gonna make that nuclear explode. There'll be what's left. Tastes the same.
So yeah, I think having a surprisingly delightful Budweiser experience is
Where
probably
was that
mine.
again?
In Manchester, yeah.
What you were doing?
At a food and drink award ceremony, so I should have been rather more serious about what I was consuming. But,
You should have been drinking some highbrow like
I was
pale
like,
ale.
man, this really it tastes great. It's they got more
America's
of this back.
best.
Yeah. I'm into it.
Owned by Germany.
Yeah.
I
What
think.
about you, Scott?
Okay, so mine is not as nice as it's less. I used to work in off-roading, and so we were in Mexico, in the middle of the small portion, the peninsula, and we used to pre-run, which is like you're doing the race course before the race, and so we stopped somewhere for lunch, and in Mexico, a Corona is less than $1. It'd be less than €1. It'd be like 50. I don't know what's less than €1, like 50 cents. But
Yeah.
anyway, so we drank those,
Like $4 Hong Kong dollars.
yeah, something like that. And we drank them. I was like, it was like when water, because we were now driving for like 8 hours and we're like hadn't drank any water, concentrating, and you get out and all of a sudden it's like we drank a beer and it was just like just evaporated, just like water in the desert. And I think we had like 6, and then it got dark, and then we were supposed to. We weren't camping there. We had to still go, and so anyway, we got in the car in these vehicles and continued to go, and it was like I'm scared because now we're driving somewhat drunk in Mexico on dirt roads at high speed, and it was so we finally got there, and I was like, all right, we're not driving the rest of the evening. And we're going to the bar and have more of these Coronas. And that was like, but we got smashed that night. Anyway, irresponsible driving, but a lot of fun at the same time. And nobody got hurt, so it was great.
That's American drinking for you.
That is America. That's how we roll. Even in other countries, it's like, yeah, how irresponsible
America,
can we
brother.
be? Yeah.
So
I was in a sauna. No, just kidding. Sorry.
no, well, I do have a lot of stories with crazy stories about like macro lagers, but like as a macro lager and something that I will never ever forget, it's my first time when I got drunk. So I was maybe 13, 14 years old, that I was in the south part of Kazakhstan with my brother, and I told him like he's maybe 7 years older than me, and I told him like I never tasted the beer. I mean, I did taste the beer, I never got drunk. So the only way I was drinking the beer is like some leftovers from the tables of the adults that are drinking cognac, drinking vodka, drinking beer, and like just out of curiosity, like sipping it. Beer was okay. Beer was the only one thing that I actually was okay to try as like a kid who doesn't understand the principle of alcohol. Why do you drink? Why the fuck is like so tasty, etc. So I was 13, 14 years old. I can't recall. We were at his house, so all the adults were like partying somewhere else. So they will party until tomorrow, etc. So no adults at home. Only him as almost first or second year of the university, and me, like a teenager. So he gave me the very iconic Russian macro beer. It's called Baltica.
Oh, yeah.
So there is like the killer one. It's called Baltica 9. It's like 45
Baltica
beer.
Девятка.
Yes, Baltica Девятка. Нахер надо. So that wasn't Baltica 9, it was Baltica 7. So like a smoother version of this one. So I remember I was having first one, and I finished on my own. I finished the entire bottle of this Baltica 7. It was like a heaven for me. I felt I felt invincible. Well, I asked him for a cigarette, like, oh, can I smoke? And I smoked my ciggy, and I felt like I'm literally like flying.
Yeah.
And I asked him, yo, I want to continue this sensation. Like, can you buy me another one? He was like, are you sure about that? Only one bottle, dude. So yes, I wanted the second bottle. I finished my second bottle. I felt like a Terminator. I don't know. I thought like, okay, this is the adult life. Okay, bring me the Coke and the hookers. That was my feeling, because all of my imagination on the puberty level, yeah. And I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, enough. Let's go home. We were sitting outside of the home, like on the bench. Just like he was drinking the beer casually, like one of the other nights. For me, it was an incredible night. So we went inside. I was already like this. I felt so like an adult. I felt so much a grown up. So he was just watching TV. It's like, it's night. It's very dark. So me as a drunk, I was like, okay, I want to continue this sensation. So I went into the kitchen. I opened like the wardrobe, not the wardrobe, the cabinet,
Liquor cabinet.
With the liquors. And I was like, okay, now it's me time to like feel like an adult. So I took maybe cognac or vodka, and like secretly I was hiding from him, and I had like a couple of shots. Next thing I remember, I'm closing my eyes, opening, I am in front of the toilet, and I am puking. and my brother, my cousin, like say my semi uncle, he was like, one hand is holding my shirt, Another one is like it's slapping me in the face like an idiot, and I'm puking. I will never forget this. I felt so horrible, but all started with Baltica 7.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You should be doing marketing. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Non-stop.
He didn't like scream at
Cool
me.
ad.
He didn't like beat the shit out of me. But this slaps was like you're an idiot. Like this slaps like it's. I would rather if he would hit me in the liver, like because like I would feel guilty. But this was like I'm too immature for still immature. Yeah. So that was the beginning of my beer career.
Wow. That's
well,
impressive.
hookers and blow. I mean, you're on your way up.
All right, let's play another game. So we have another game with you guys have to open a beer bottle without a beer bottle opener. So anything else with your hands, with the ring, with the phone, with the I don't know.
Not with the mic stand.
What?
Not with the mic stand.
Oh no, of course not. Yeah, you cannot use any of this. This is expensive stuff. Maybe your shoelaces or something.
God.
Yeah, so you have to be very inventive and just try to open. Let's show what skill we've got.
Okay.
Gosh.
All right, I'm getting the bottles. Yeah, right here. Not any bottles. We've got.
Mexico's finest.
Ta-da!
Yay.
Cold. That's good.
Yes.
This is what I grew up on, by the way.
And they're not screw tops.
We're gonna find out.
They're not.
No, sadly
They're not
not.
screw
All right, maybe we can. I don't know. One by one, do it.
Yes.
So-
Can I start?
Yeah, go for
We
it.
always start from this
Yeah,
side.
start from this. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna do that. That's not a bad idea either.
Maybe you're gonna open both of them in the same time.
No.
No?
No, it never does that way. It always just one.
So I'm not good at opening the bottles, but this
You can't open. What if the one facing down opens?
Yeah.
That's so chaotic.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to
Right.
watch. It's terrifying. These are
See?
nice rugs.
Shit. It doesn't work. Okay.
Oh no, it's upsetting.
I have a knife.
I can't watch it.
Oh, you do have a knife.
Yeah. You guys
Nope,
need a.
nope, didn't work. I need to think about other.
Okay. Here, I got. This is only because I was an asthmatic, so I know how this works. I can do it with my wallet. There we go.
Okay.
I could probably borrow your wallet.
You can
Do you
borrow
want
my
to try
wallet.
this?
No, you want to try this? Let's see what. Oh.
Oh,
There we go.
Sweet.
That's leverage for you. We got physics on the way. There you go.
I would do it the same way. I thought we need to be more creative.
Just lever that sucker. There you go.
I mean-
now we're cooking.
I wanted like to be more. You need to.
No, this is like literally. I'm making another wallet
Smells
that has a
like
little
weed.
notch for the beer.
Does
It
it?
just smells
All
like.
right.
Oh.
No. Hold on.
okay.
You guys are pussies. I'm gonna open their beer bottle with my eye. Have you ever seen this?
No.
Okay. Hold on. you guys don't really believe that. How would I open a beer bottle with my eye?
Beating you when I get home. That's pretty good though. I was like,
Oh, damn it. Okay, now I'm gonna spill it.
we're gonna break my wallet.
Oh, I suck.
I saw you do it with a bicycle.
I do.
Bicycle
No, I know
rail.
how to open through with
What
the.
happened
I
here?
think
Table and
you-
stuff.
You need to have a good.
And you're a
platform.
brewer.
I can see some B-roll close up.
Yeah.
Facial.
I'm
gurning.
sending this to your Russian family, and they're gonna
Yeah,
shame
like,
you.
Don't
There
come
we go.
back. Don't come back.
Now we're
All right.
cooking.
Thank you guys for making it happen.
Cheers.
Awesome. Cheers.
Here's to Mexico's finest.
Yeah.
Oh, the fun fact about Corona, the distinguished smell that we're having here is because of the transparent bottle. It's because of the
Off
sun rays. Yes, the UV light hits the beer through the transparent packaging and it destroys the hop compounds on the TNA level.
They made this without the light struck,
Yeah.
and it tastes like shit.
Yeah, you need it. Like
You need taste like this.
You have a very popular flip top brand in Europe, Grosch. I say very popular. I'm
had
showing my
girls.
age. I'm showing my age because I think it was only popular in the 90s. But yeah, same. It has to have that light struck, skunky flavor. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's just not right.
I grew up on Corona. Like literally, it has to taste like horrible light struck destroyed beer. Otherwise, yeah. The other they had it. They had it in an emerald or a brown bottle, and I drank it. I was like, you ain't gonna sell people on that anymore.
Well, this is a very interesting right now. It's been a struggle for me. Oh, I'm bleeding.
Not the first time. Show them your scar.
Yeah.
Show them
yeah.
your fucking scar.
Right here.
Yep.
Diaz, they were saved the day.
Diaz saved my life, actually. I almost bleed to death.
They were
I cut
fruity.
myself.
Opening a bowl?
No, opening.
Opening the back of the fruits.
Opening, they were putting aseptic puree in a.
Yeah, we were actually at the brewery doing the job, and I was super excited about this. I was like, doo. So we count all the boxes, and we're like, okay, we have fruit purees, we're gonna add that. And then I had a cutter. We all had the work to do. Like I was in charge of the cutter, and then you had the pump, and JC was adjusting the speed of it, and then we were like all pumping it in. And then one of the boxes were too heavy and too far, so I like pulled it, and my knife, the cutter was open the whole way, and I just like sliced myself. And I was like blood everywhere. I was like, oh, I cut myself. And Diaz was like, he grabbed me. He's like, sit me down. I was like, sit down right here. I was like, JC, call 999. That was funny.
Yeah, the funniest
And then I had to pick her up. That was the second week of dating. I was like, we're really jumping through some hoops on this one.
Yeah.
No, the worst thing, I am so scared of the blood. I see the blood and I don't feel right. That was the second time. The first time is Brian Leslie. He cut his finger, so he was moving the drum of the glycol.
Yeah,
You imagine,
tried to chop his
200
finger
kgs, and he snapped the drum against the door. How do you call the thing? And it was literally chopped.
Yeah.
So, why the fuck is me who is the closest one? So he was running to me. I was like, I'm chopped. And I was like, okay, let me try to fix. And I was spraying all the gas, like, please don't look at the
finger.
the blood. Yeah. Oh, it was horrible. Hers was even worse, because I didn't see the blood, honestly. I saw the drops of the blood on the floor. I didn't see her hand bleeding. I saw just there was like fat coming out.
Yeah,
of
there
the
was
skin.
a lot of fat in there,
Yeah,
which is surprising.
Like a cotton, you see? Honestly, and I saw that. No fucking way. So I just grabbed her hand like a.
You like, I was sitting like
so,
this,
Yeah,
yeah.
so all the blood goes down.
That was funny.
Whoa.
The blood was going down. Oh, my bra was like in blood.
Oh,
That's funny.
horrid.
Yeah, well, that's
third day of
a
work.
reality of being a brewer, and you have to be careful for sure. And PPE and stuff, it's important.
Thank you for inviting us, Lydia.
PPE is important.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful. All right, that's gonna be a wrap up. Thank you guys so much.
So positive note to finish. Join our brewery.
Cheers. That was awesome. Thank you so much for making it happen. It was awesome chat, and have missed you all. I haven't seen you in for some time. Yeah, so that was great to have a chat and have some games to play around and be funny.
Thank you, Lydia.
Thank you.
Thank you guys
Yeah,
for
thank you.
joining us. We'll stay tuned. I guess we will do more of this fun stuff.